Music is so lively. I love it. Okay. So I wanted to pick something appropriately themed, music-wise, for what we're doing today. So we're gonna continue today with our Leon animation that we started last stream. I am very excited because Honey's looking fly over here. Of course, now that I look at it with fresh eyes, I'm like, let's just adjust. Fresh eyes, no pun intended. Let's just adjust his face ever so slightly. So this is what we had last stream. I hope everyone's having a great day, by the way. We're just launching.
Yeah, no big deal.
Launching into it. So today my goals are to get the lip sync in.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I think I'm probably gonna add like another in between frame.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah,
because I think he could ease into that position a bit more.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
And also, you know, we'll get more time for his hair to have some follow through.
No big deal. Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where I'm gonna focus today.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
I also, you know, I really like the idea of using this for a stream alert. So I'm like going to think about how I want to like design this. So we might actually like make Leon a little bit smaller and actually draw this arm in. So we'll just get his arm in there. No big deal.
Deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
So yeah, that won't be like too cray or nothing. It's just a nice morning animating. Let me also get my... I always have to like set my tools every time I work in there. It doesn't save my settings as much as I'd like. Just a lovely day animating. I hope everyone's having a nice day. A nice Wednesday. Dizzle. Yeah, that's better. We want that muscle to pop a little bit. That's what happens. The muscles, they pop. They like to do that. That less. There we go. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get this arm in here just because
yeah, no big deal.
It's gonna be better if like we frame him less tight. Because I was really thinking about, oh, this was a head turn, but like we're gonna use him for a stream alert saying like, you know, yeah, no big deal. I'm gonna like maybe want him to be about like, I don't know, more like this. We'll want to frame him like a little less tight. Could indicate his other arm, you know, and all that good stuff. Hello. always some Leon love. I'm just giving in to my obsession. I'm just like I've lived this long with this obsession, so I'm just giving in now. I can draw him. I have the power. This is the power I didn't wield when I was younger, and I do now, so I will use it. I hope you're having a great day, Arden. Oh, hi Mocap. I am using Toon Boom. I hope you're having a great day too. Yes, this is Toon Boom Harmony. It is not the most updated Toon Boom Harmony. So I need to get that because work was very kind and, you know, gave me a copy. So that's been really great, but like I also like I teach it to my students, and like they all have like, I don't know, like Harmony 24, which has like way more features, and I'm just teaching off of Harmony 22. And I just realized that last semester, so I gotta get the new one. I don't know like what I'm missing out on because I'm just so used to this. But I mean, when you draw frame by frame, it's not like as much of a, I don't know, it's gonna be very similar no matter what version you're on, honestly. What does that look like if I have him zoom in? That's an idea.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Well, let's not start him zooming in there. The added camera move, I'm not really thinking about that, but while we're here... Oh no, we're gonna get some weird music now. Nah, it's good. Okay.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay, well,
Yeah, no...
I'm not gonna think about that right now because honestly, I think I might say no to a camera move because I really want to focus on Leon's performance, and when we start adding cameras,
No big deal.
we focus less on his beautiful face, and we want his beautiful face to be. I want that to be the focus. Mesmerize me, Leon. So, okay, let's go into my X sheet and take some notes. I think that's gonna be probably the first thing I want to do. Whenever I'm doing lip sync, I always like to make some notes about like where the syllables in the word are. And in Toon Boom, I can do that with these columns. See, I did it once, and it was good. Annotation, there we go. Lip sync. Skip those links. Cool. Yeah, I was just so stoked about doing this last stream. I was very excited to come back and just keep going, because that's... If I can keep going on my momentum, I can actually finish things, so that's also part of it. Oh, I hope a lot of them have. I'm gonna say that I don't know how many have pirated Toon Boom because fortunately the department is really good at getting them copies, which they should be, honestly. If they want to teach the program that everybody uses in the industry and they want me to teach them the program that everyone uses in the industry, then it would behoove them to give the students a copy. But I hope a lot of them have pirated it. When I was in school, I remember there was like a whole... folder of just like... pirated stuff. Like, there's a whole folder that, like, was just kind of the folder that everyone could access in the computer lab, and it just had pirated stuff. It's like free games, free programs, free movies, free TV. It was definitely great, and it would get dumped out, like, every month, so you had to just kind of get in there. Alright, I hope that still exists.
Yeah, no big deal.
Okay, yeah, this is where the E is. Yeah. Oh, what? I can only draw? How do I delete? How do I delete? Oh, okay, good. No. No. I have to do that? No. I don't know. I don't really know how to use the animation or the annotation tool. I just know it's helpful. Whatever. Whatever's clever. I'll just try and do it right. Yeah. That's all H. No. No. The
Big deal. Big deal.
I have not tried Adobe Character Animator. I'm interested because I know that you can make like VTubers, but I don't know. I know like you can rig characters and automate walk cycles and things like that. And that's cool. That's pretty cool. But I don't know, personally, I don't know. I don't quite like automation tools. Not just because I'm a purist, a little bit because I'm a purist. But like also because it's just like, I don't know. I think if you know how to like take an automated animation or like a kind of base animation and work off of it, you can like make something pretty cool and it'll work out. But I think that it's just really easy to like lose the kind of spark of it. Easy to like lose the kind of like the acting, because when you're animating, you're acting. I think it could be okay for like mechanical stuff, but then with mechanical stuff, like you could lose like the feeling of like the weight and the momentum really easily. So it's like with using automated animations for acting, you lose the performance a little bit. You lose like the life of like the character, like acting out the performance and feeling feelings. And then with the mechanical kind of stuff, like, you know, getting up out of a chair or running or something, like you lose the feeling of like the momentum and the movement and how the body is shifting and any subtle acting that comes through that. So it's like I like to have a lot of control over my acting performance, so I tend to just stay away from automated stuff. Because I end up enjoying myself more when I just draw all of it, even if it's not, I won't say it's like hard, because it's just more like if you don't know how to do something, you just learn how to do it. But like, you know, I think, I don't know, I think it's really easy to just think you have to do everything quick. And that's not anyone's fault. That's just like the fault of the industry and the fault of like just media nowadays. Everything's quick, 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 quick. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to stay that way. Okay, so yeah. Leon agrees. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no big.
Maybe I want his mouth to be just a little bit more closed here. So that way he's not like... How's that? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then I like this mouth, so we'll just keep this mouth as it is. It's just a little too big. Yeah, no big deal. I think this should be the biggest mouth. Actually, so yeah, I'll just move this mouth down. Then we'll Let's just make this mouth a little bit smaller. What? No, wrong way. Wrong way. Yeah, that way his mouth will open up the biggest on the... Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I'll just take this mouth and put it up here. Excuse me, I want to. Sometimes copy pasting things is like weird in Toon Boom. That's the one thing. I don't know why. Oh, and then the keyboard shortcuts. Sometimes I turn on the onion skins and I'm not trying. What? Why are you doing that? Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay. Now we get to the actual tricky part. Okay, we can have him smiling like this here. That's fine. I think that's fine. Open mouth smile. Whoop. Good. Yeah. No. Yeah, we want his jaw to go down ever so slightly. I don't want his smile to be that big. No. No big deal. Have I sold any assets? I have not sold any assets, but that is something I've thought about. Because I've looked into it. I know, like, for Unity and stuff, like, that's a whole thing. Like, I could make an account and, like, sell 3D assets, like, tomorrow. And that's, like, a pretty neat side hustle I have considered. But no, I have not as of yet. I've thought about it, though. It's funny you say that. Hello, Happy Man Riley. I hope you're having a great day. What is up is Leon's getting a lip sync. So he's getting today. I'm probably gonna add a little bit, again, another frame to his face so this mouth might move, but deal. Actually, okay. Yeah, that's better, because he's gonna be going deal, deal, and his teeth are together. How that works. Yeah, we can keep this mouth for the rest of deal. But we'll have to make his jaw down just a little bit. Unhinge his jaw. Okay. Sure. Let's just maybe I'll do the L sound. We'll see. Whenever I'm doing like little lip syncs like this, is like then you can get more granular. Whenever like there's a big long kind of thing, and to not be as like quick to get in all the enunciations, because people like kind of fold a lot of sounds together. That's the one thing about mouth shapes. It's like, yeah, you think like, you look at a mouth chart and you think like, oh, there's all these shapes for all these sounds, but like the way people talk will compound a lot of the sounds or a lot of the shapes together to make multiple sounds. So you have to kind of like keep mouth charts in mind, but you also have to like look at yourself while you're saying something and see if it fits. Deal. Keep his teeth. This chomper's gotta stay in the same place. I don't know. I'll see how that looks. Let's see, it might be too much. I might not need to show his tongue. Maybe she's smiling. There it goes. Alright, so let's see how that looks. First let's make the smile last until the end.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah,
This is such a cute smile. I don't want to change it. Big deal. Oh, I see. That's fine. Wait, did I delete a frame? Oh, I just didn't put that in there.
deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
That's where I took off, so I'll put it up. Alright, I just didn't draw that one frame in there for whatever reason. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Okay, I think after this we're gonna just get the rest of what I want his face to do, since the line goes a little bit past my animation.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
Okay.
Big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I'm gonna add one in between because that's just too stark of like a transition. Gotta just. With stuff like lip sync, I'm like way more just like likely to use onion skins because it's more about getting the in-betweening just smooth rather than like there's not really like acting that happens with the mouth like it does with other things.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
That's
Yeah, no
good.
big
I
deal.
like that. I like it. I like it. What do you think, Leon?
No big deal. Yeah, 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 no big deal. Yeah.
Well,
no big
good.
deal.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you
no big
like
deal.
it, Leon. All right. All right, now I'm gonna just take this. I'm gonna turn this opacity down. Turn this back up.
Big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. No
Yeah,
big,
no big deal.
big
Yeah,
deal.
no big
No big deal.
Yeah,
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Okay,
Yeah,
no big deal.
Yeah,
I'm like
no big
watching
deal.
myself as I do it.
no
Yeah,
big
no
deal.
big deal.
Yeah, no big
Deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah,
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah,
No big deal.
Yeah, no big
You
deal.
wouldn't see
Yeah,
the
no
teeth
big deal.
or the
Yeah,
tongue.
no big deal.
All right, we
Yeah.
might adjust that later, but
Yeah,
whatever.
no big deal. No big.
Okay, so we're definitely gonna add another frame there. Vamos. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we'll just turn that off for now.
No big deal.
We'll see, we might add like 2 in-betweens. PBH. I really want him to ease into this position. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth like. I think like the way I'm gonna get that truly is just throw more in-betweens. I usually don't say when in doubt add more in-betweens. That's usually like 1,000,000% not the way. But it just depends on what you're doing. Sometimes that is the answer. And sometimes that is very much the wrong answer. And will make it look just 1,000,000 times more googly. That's kind of the balance. If you want really subtle, natural, realistic acting, then yes. Add more in-betweens to your easing. So that way it just feels more natural. More au naturel. I'm not gonna get his hair in completely quite yet because I want to make sure that I'm kind of taking into account the swish. That swish action. I'm looking to incorporate. Of course, we're gonna have to just flip and look at this in a second. It's funny, like I tell my students, like, make sure you flip your animations. Don't just use the onion skin to in between, and then I just proceed to use the onion skin to in between. But usually it's because I'm doing demos and I'm trying to do stuff quickly. So I can just show them what the effect is like. But then, I don't know. It's like, I think if you have drawn long enough and you have enough of a sense of like control over keeping things consistent, you're not gonna get in as much trouble if you use the onion skin. And I just ignore the mouth for right now. What's that feel like? Oh my god, I'm just gonna like pay for this ear. That should be better. Gave it some clear edges. More clear shape.
Big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
No, that's much better.
No big deal. Yeah, 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 no big deal.
Oh, problem. Problem discovered. His shoulder does not go down. Or his clavicle goes down too much. We want his clavicle to push his shoulder down. You see. Yeah, like, what is that? What's that? All right, that's what that is. The devil is in the details, man. Cannot escape. That was my bad. He's trying making his clavicle too low. There we go.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
That's
Yeah,
better.
no big deal. Yeah, 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 no big deal.
Alright, that's
Yeah,
better.
no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
Alright, this clavicle needs to go up more. When you feel like his arms are like, his clavicles are like pushing his arms, it's more appealing. Realistic motion is just more appealing, you know? You want to feel like his pulsing biceps are doing their job, you know? That's what we want. Yeah, it's a little too much.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
That's too much, yeah, I wonder.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
That was too much. I was a little too enthusiastic with that one.
Big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
That's better.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big
He's
deal.
wearing a skin-tight turtleneck. He's fully clothed. But I know how it feels. I know how it feels when I indicate the anatomy, and
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big
you
deal.
know, I'm right there with you.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
All I need to like make him shirtless is take away this collar and take away, you know that, and just like give him some nips, and then there we go. And look at him. This is a different game. This is one of my mods. This is not what we're doing today. We're keeping him like decent.
Big deal.
He's more decent today.
Big deal.
That's fine. How are you doing, Tom? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, exactly. Just some nips and I'm set. I could keep the shirt on and still have nips. It's just very cold. It's very cold fighting zombies in the middle of a I don't know, zombie country. I don't even know where they're supposed to be. Like Spain? Are they supposed to be in Spain? I don't know. I don't know these things. That's not what they pay me for. They don't pay me. Jokes on me. I'm gonna get this next in between in because I need one more in between, and then I'll like futz with his hair. I'll figure out what his hair is doing. Yeah, I'll get that little I'm tired glint in there. Because he had a very long day. He's probably gonna sleep very fitfully, honestly. He's not gonna sleep well after this. There's a lot that happens. He's gonna need some like hard drugs after this. Womp womp. Poor baby. Okay, get out of here. Oh wait, actually don't get out of here. I need to get that arm. Give me the arm. I will definitely have another layer for that dang gun, and we'll actually draw the gun correctly and not just like some goopy mess. Come on.
deal. Yeah, no big 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 deal. Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Yeah, I know. It's like
No big deal.
I feel like I should be able to draw guns better than I do. I've like just never tried. I've never been. It's like I like them as a prop, and I think that they're cool as a prop, and that's like where my interest begins and ends. Like they're good as an accessory, actually, not a prop. They're just like an accessory for, you know, the power fantasy of being in a video game. That's what they're good for. Anything other than that, no interest. I've shot them. They're fine. No interest. Like they're cool, like constructed pieces of machinery. Like, you know, like instruments are also cool constructed pieces of machinery. Lots of like parts and things that fit together. I love that. I think that's just cool as an object. But that's where my interest ends. Like zero interest beyond that. So I wanna like actually do this decent. So I'm gonna eventually get in there and look up his gun. And it's just a box. It's just a box with like another box. Drawing people is way more complicated. I should be able to draw a gun. There's like way more like forms and anatomy and things that fit into other things, so we're gonna just not be a weenie about it when it gets to that point. But we're gonna save that for last also, because I am a weenie. Just a little bit. Lines in between these lines. I am very excited to use this for a stream alert though. That's gonna be so fun. Thank you again to the person who gave me the idea. Because I just started this for fun. Now I have a mission. I think this should be just fine in terms of in-betweens. I don't think we need to go any more subtle than this. Because he's not like... he's not moving so slow. Like where he's like trying to be like gentle. He's just saying something. And this is where we're landing. Like if he was trying to gently caress something or someone, then yeah, I might be like, okay, let's just add all of the in-betweens. But he's not. So that's fine. We're gonna come back with these arms because I think I'm gonna need to frame him wider. he's trying to gently caress his dot dot dot. He's caressing his guns. I've played that game. There's this one gun I got in the game, and he carried it around like a baby. I don't know why they animated him like that, but it was really funny. Like, the way he carried this gun around, he was like, this is my baby. I'm like, okay, that's cute. He just loves his, you know, loves his guns. He loves his little pistol. He loves his... I'm not thinking of a better word. You know, or like, what if, like, I'm just thinking of all of those, like, Leon ASMRs. Leon comforts you. Or Leon saves you. You know. Here's a lot of those. Like, Leon can comfort me. He's already comforting me. This is Leon comforting me. This is my Leon ASMR. It won't be a difficult search, I promise you that. Alright, we'll come back on the rest. I just wanna see how this feels.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Oh, this is
No
good.
big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay, there's
Yeah,
wobble
no big
in
deal.
his shoulder,
Yeah,
but
no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
no big deal.
No
Yeah,
wobbles.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another pass where I add his knife, because I know he's got his knife here. I have to look up how it looks. I always draw it so dinky.
Yeah, no, yeah.
In the game, I mod it out to be like... I have some good mods for the knife. There's a mod where it's like a Sailor Moon, like, magical girl rod. It's another one where it's a fly swatter. I like the fly swatter a lot. Okay, going up here. Going up! Not going down that much. Come on, more. More! Maybe not that much more. Maybe like... Cha.
Big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Don't bounce. That's not the part I want to bounce. This is the joys of frame-by-frame animation. All of the control. All of the control. So you have to control everything.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Then it feels
Yeah,
so
no
good.
big deal.
Alright.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Although I do lose some volume here, I don't love that. Don't love it. Okay. Alright, now let's see. What do I want his hair to
Big
do?
deal. Yeah, no big 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 deal.
I want...
No big deal. Big deal.
Alright, do I want... I'm gonna do it on the overlay layer. So I'm a weenie. Do I want to just have like one follow through? Let's just play with it. Let's just play with his hair. I feel like I can get follow through to look so good, but it's like I fight with. I have to do some follow through practice, honestly, because like it's not the most intuitive, but after I wrestle with it and grapple with it for long enough, it looks pretty darn good. And sometimes it's like the best part of my animation.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
And then, but it's a fight. It should be more intuitive. I should know how to do this intuitively. Mechanical stuff, yeah, I'm cool with that. Mechanical stuff I can figure the heck out of. But follow through, I don't know. It's a battle.
No big deal.
There we go.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
If he needs just a static frame of like the hair following through, honestly. Honestly.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Alright, would it be terrible to do this? It'd be terrible.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, it shouldn't go out that much. Actually, I should just do this. Should just do this. Its head lands.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, that's
No
better.
big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Because it wouldn't
no
go
big
out
deal.
before his
Yeah,
head's
no
in
big deal.
place.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I'll
Yeah,
add 2
no big deal.
follow-throughs for his
Yeah,
hair.
No big deal.
Yeah, see, and it's like sometimes I want to do that. Sometimes I'm like, the computer could just automate this for me. Like, there's a PNG Tuber app that I got that allows you to like just kind of make a puppet and then automate like all of the follow through and the bounce. So like when you're talking, it can appropriately move things. You can rig it up so like if you want the hand to move and be like have its anchor point at the wrist and have some follow through and drag, you can do it, and that's really cool. And I feel that for those circumstances. I don't know, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I don't know, it's like when you can control the follow through, you can make it look so good. I think it just depends. It depends on when you're doing it and for what purpose. Because it's like, for example, my Bliss and Bella stickers, they're short, they're looping. If I have control over like the follow through and how I draw like Bliss's hair swishing and swaggling, like I can make that very pleasing, and I can design it in a way that I feel like just gets me more like feeling and gets me just a better kind of effect. I don't know, it makes it more appealing. But like if I'm doing a big long piece where I just have like one little bit of like waggly hair, then you know, automating it is just more appropriate for that scenario. So that's gonna be where I think I land on it. It's just like, it just really depends on the scenario. I mean, like, how much do you really need to know to get the computer to do it? I haven't figured out how to do it. I think I have an old version of Harmony. No, I don't think. I know I have an old version. Like, Harmony 22 is not a new version. I know there's more you can do with newer versions. Well, see, I don't know. There's something about like certain physics that I would still want to have the human hand on, you know? It's like a robot doesn't understand what is so appealing about jiggle physics. So an automated algorithm is like a computer. It's not gonna know. It's not gonna know what feels right. I am though. So there's just certain things, like with these little Leon animations, like the swishy hair, like it gives me a feeling that I want to make sure is there. Like when I played the original Resident Evil 4, I was enamored with his swishy hair. And I'm sure that they made sure to have it swish in just the right ways, how they animated it. So it's like little touches. It just depends. Like, where do I want there to be just a little bit more of that mesmerizing, jiggle, swishy appeal? And where do I not need it? Where is it just kind of punctuating my animation? That's how I would probably... Yeah, that's how I'd probably kind of treat it if I were to use more animated stuff. I'm trying to use more rigs for a couple reasons. The first reason is because I'm like teaching more of that, or I've been asked to teach more of that, or expected to teach more of that. So like, they want me to teach more of it, so I have to kind of learn a little bit of it. I don't know. Do you know any good resources for learning, like, Toon Boom rigs and stuff? Or is it just a case of muddling around with stuff? Because I can do that, too. I've made my own, like, hack rigs before. And I don't think that they're... I mean, they're okay for, like, what I do. But, like, I don't know. When they gave me my initial workshop training, it was great. And then when they gave me the rigging workshop training, it was good, but it wasn't the same training. So I just still am in the dark about, you know, how to actually do shit. Oh wait, this ain't the same frame, is it? Okay. Draw Sean. Okay. Oh great. I will definitely check him out. That is great. Thank you, Tom. Because, like, they want me to learn it, and they want me to teach it. I want to learn it, and I want to teach it. But, like, After Effects rigs are infinitely more simple in some ways. I mean, I've made really complicated ones, that's for sure, but... Thank you. I'm still getting familiar with the cutter tool and the... like how to mask things out and how to use all the deformers. But again, I think I have an old version of Harmony, so I think I might need a newer version of Harmony to have a slightly easier time. For a second, I'm like, who is that? How did someone start talking on my stream? It's just this guy in the song. He's excited. I agree. I'm excited too.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Ay, ay, tú que mandas manda callao al pueblo entero.
Let's make that a little cleaner. It's so messy. Can't even see what I'm doing. It's too messy. You learned rigging in school. That's so handy. I'm very self-taught when it comes to animation. It's like I was trained in a lot of other things that have helped me. So that's kind of how I've like figured it out, but like, and I feel like being self-taught, you know, it's like one of these things. It's like I'm not gonna call it like a blessing and a curse. It's not gonna get dramatic like that, but like it's got its own, like, you know, strengths and pitfalls and strengths and growing edges. Let's just say, as I like to call them. Yeah, let's just bring this out more. I should stop fussing so much and just get the feeling of it right.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay. Leon's like, it's no big deal, Lexi. Take your time. Thank you, Leon. It's just whispering in my ear. You all get to hear it. You all get to hear the voices in my head. Since I have his lip sync on another layer, I'm not gonna fuss with his mouth, his jaw. His choodle.
Deal? Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big no big no big no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. No big
Yeah, when I went to school, everyone was just like, oh, there's just concept art. Just learn concept art. And the one guy doing animation. Just one guy doing animation in Adobe Animate. Because that's just kind of what was accessible at the time. And that guy, still works for an animation company. I don't want to go talking about people I know IRL. He's been working there for a while. For like 10 years. He was really funny. Oh man. It's just funny. It's like, man, we could have like been animation friends back then, but I didn't do any animation, so we couldn't have been animation friends. Oh, life changes.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna add one more in between, and I think that will do it on hair. That will be appropriate enough.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
So like, one here. I should probably do that on another layer. Don't be surprised, Tom. My goodness. You're a talented biscuit, that's why. You know.
big deal, big deal.
That's how it works. Is everything just on that layer? Okay, it is. When one is a talented, passionate biscuit, one stays employed. I think it's like it's one of these things where you have the expertise, you have the passion, you enjoy doing it. Just kind of ends up attracting stuff. That's just how it works. You're just magnetic, Palm. Just accept your fate to be employed. Not a badge of honor to say I have struggled to be employed. It's a good thing to have been bountiful with opportunity. Well, what does it matter if it's charm and dumb luck? It works, it works. It's working out, it's twerking out. I'm happy for you. When one of us wins, we all win. That is the truth. So you're winning for everyone.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
Something funny about it though. Not haha funny.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
I'm feeling. It's always a good thing. Maybe if I do this. Is this on the overlay layer? Oh, thank goodness. I am lucky. Let's just bow his hair. Oh, I can keep that. Because so I like how that looks. It's like we're not getting into S-curve territory, but
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
I think his hair grows on the long side, so I wanna maybe watch that. Yeah, maybe I could just bring this in a little bit. Little bizzle. Little bizzle my nizzle.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Ooh, that swishy hair. Swish, swish. Swish, swish.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Ugh, I gotta crack his side part. I feel like it does move a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna deal with his arm or his gun hand. Like, this is okay. This is acceptable for my block-in rough, but like this is so goopy and terrible. Like it's just not gonna fly. Oh yeah, I forgot to put it in here. Let's do that. Let's just put our block in and Dupe City. I like to be a little more precise. And he loves his gun. I want to respect his love for his gun. That was the first weapon I maxed out on my remake playthrough. Because it's the gun he starts with.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Ugh, that doesn't feel good. That feels like some janky cutout animation.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
What are we gonna do, Lexi? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to make it not look like janky cutout animation? Take this hand. We're gonna move this hand just slightly back. We're gonna move this whole arm down just a little bit. And do some secondary movement to hide it. Hide it.
Deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Oh, that's better. Thank God.
Yeah, no big deal.
I mean, it's not perfect.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to futz with that, but it's better. There's like a whole art to making cutout animation look not jank.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
No big DLC. Okay, well his muscle is gonna have to bulge up a little bit because he's flexing his arm.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Perfect.
Yeah,
except for whatever is happening on these other frames. This is why I should do separate parts and separate layers. Alright, let's see how this looks with the lip sync on. I'm gonna turn his lip sync back on.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no
it's happening.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
Why is his shoulders bouncing? It's not the worst.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I do feel like his pecs are traveling a little bit.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I might make some adjustments.
Yeah.
I get so nitpicky, but when it's like a short looping animation, I think that's like the time to get nitpicky, honestly. So I can justify the nitpick when it's a short looping animation. If I was doing like a minute long animation, I would have to just make some concessions. Be like, alright, you know what? Good enough is good enough.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
Ugh, what's jiggling?
No big
There we go.
deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah,
Alright, let's put his mouth back on.
no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Let's turn that down.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
Okay, let's make him a little lighter even. There we go.
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah, no big deal.
I think his mouth needs to be open just a little more. he's like letting out that rest of that huff sound, man. Huffin' Leon over here. Huff that air, Leon.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
No
Yeah,
big deal.
No big.
Okay, let's fix his mouth because now we can have more in-betweens in here.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yay!
Yeah, no big deal.
Whoa!
Yeah, no big deal.
He's so
Yeah, no big deal.
handsome. I'll do his
Yeah, no
accessories
big deal.
next time.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay, wait,
Yeah,
let's
no
put it all together.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
Let's take his mouth off of these frames. I guess we don't need his mouth. I'll just make a duplicate of that drawing. So that way I have just a Rion with mouth drawing. Okay. I don't want this to pop up so high. Yeah, I'll give him a dimple. I like this one.
No big deal. Yeah, 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 no big deal.
No
Yeah,
big deal.
Yeah,
No big deal.
No big deal.
All right, let me
no big
frame
deal.
him because
Yeah,
I do
no big
want
deal.
this to.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I
Yeah,
wonder
no
if
big
I'm
deal.
just gonna like
Yeah, no big deal.
not be
Yeah,
happy
no
about
big deal.
putting in the ear
Yeah, no big
details
deal.
later. We'll see.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Leon says
big
it's
deal.
no big deal,
Yeah,
so
no
I'll
big
be
deal.
alright. Oh, okay. Yay. Well, this annotation helped, so I'm happy about that. Didn't have to make it on my timeline. That is nice. A nice thing about Toon Dome. Alright, where's my...
Yeah, no big deal. 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 Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it like that. I would want it to be like... Maybe it would start... I don't know, it would end here. Go a little bit quicker.
Big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no
Or
big
maybe
deal.
slower.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
It can
Yeah,
be
no big
simple.
deal. Yeah.
Getting
no
those
big deal.
deets in there.
Yeah, no
It
big
can
deal.
be.
Yeah,
We'll see
no
how
big
it
deal.
goes.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Huh.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
All right.
Yeah, no big deal.
I'm happy
Yeah, no big
with
deal.
this.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
But yeah,
no
let
big
me
deal.
think about how I want to frame him. So I'm actually just gonna make another. I'll make another peg just in case I like that. Just in case I like that idea. It's just for the idea. Okay, now here's a peg. I'm just gonna get that framing. How do I want him to look? Ho, ho, ho. Wide man.
Big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Not like that. Alright, let's see. Not upside down, neither.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I was thinking
Yeah,
he
no
would
big
like
deal.
cock his
Yeah, no
gun
big
or
deal.
something.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
If
no
I
big
do
deal.
that,
Yeah, no
then
big
I
deal.
have to
Yeah,
add that
no big deal.
animation in.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
I know Leon
Yeah,
says
no
it's
big
no
deal.
big deal,
Yeah,
but I don't
no big
believe
deal.
him.
Yeah, no big deal.
But
Yeah, no
let's do it. We're just gonna do the head, but now I just made it more complicated.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
He says no big deal, like it's no big deal. No big deal. What if we started more zoomed in and then went more zoomed out? No, it wouldn't work because it's just gonna... I don't like when... Personally, when I do like looping animations for stickers and stuff, I don't like things getting cut off. Personally. So if I can cut it off at a more natural place and... I don't know. That'll work better for me personally. In my taste. Alright, let's... Where's my new drawing? I'm just gonna block in what I think this arm will be doing. Because now I have just another arm to draw. Has fingerless gloves too. I need to have a hand day. I've been doing like figure drawing days and that's been so helpful. It's definitely gotten me to this point where I feel a lot more comfortable like animating Leon. But I need to do a hand day so I can feel like I have a grasp over shit like this. One of the things I like about his original costume is like, you know, in the new one he just has like his like little like holster. Oh, here he is with his holster. And like, it's great. Yeah, he's got his little turtleneck. Love it. Actually, no, he doesn't have the turtleneck. He's the V-neck. Because they gave him a more, like, kind of bulky neck. Slightly more bulky neck. Slightly more, like, square face. Which I feel like works really well with the kind of shirt update they gave him. And then they kind of made his hair, like, a little more choppy. Which works. But in the OG... Ah, come on. Let me move you. They have the turtleneck. His face is a little bit more angular, which I think works well with the turtleneck. And his hair is a little bit more angular, which works well with the angular face. So like they did a good job designing him. But also, for whatever reason, like they have like a holster that has like a thing underneath. It has like an extra little strap underneath the pecs. So he's just got this like little like booby strap. And I love it. The detail that I wish they kept. He's like really strapped in. Like these guns aren't going nowhere. That's for sure. It's a more angular nose in this one too. Exactly. He's got his little booby strap. Just make sure that they don't go anywhere they're not supposed to. It's like subtle fan service that I don't know if they intended for, but they probably did, I'm sure. Hee hee hee. Don't go telling no one about my booby strap. Shh. Shush, Lexi. Don't tell anybody. It's my little secret. I'm getting distracted because I'm like, I don't want to lift weights, lift my drawing weights and like figure out how he's cocking that gun. Shh. It's okay. It's okay, Lexi. There we go. He needs that Cupid's bow at all times. He's a very dangerous man. Very handsome, very dangerous man. And then this Leon's just a little... Like, I think they're both very handsome, so... I kinda... I'm not gonna pick. This one's got more of a chin, though. Also got like a more like he's got like the same kind of eyes, but like a little bit more like haunted. Might add more lines around this Leon's eyes. And again, his hair's more choppy. Got more of like a round nose too. So I would draw his nose a little different. I don't know. I haven't really studied new Leon's nose. Old Leon's nose is so sculptural. I don't know, I'm losing here. This is more new Leon, this is old Leon. Yeah. Both hot daddies. But he's got the booby strap, so he wins. Anyway, I'm gonna just get rid of the thumbnail. Get back to like what I was supposed to be doing. Okay. Alright, I'll make this the transitionary frame. What is this music? What is this music? I can't focus, Tom. I can't focus. Not when there's muscles and pecs and chiseled jawlines. I'm not helping myself with this animation. Let's just say that. I'm weak. Okay. What? Why did I put that here? Oh, I didn't. Oh, what happened? Okay. This is Halloween music. This is like flamenco. It somehow turned into Halloween. I don't know how that happened. This is so silly. Okay. Well, let's just block something in, see how I want to move it. Because I'm not really sure how like much I want him to like... I want it to feel natural. But like I also... don't want it to like just swing out the whole time. That's what she said. that's this other hand I can figure out. Like, that's not a big deal. Let's just kind of like do something like that. Then we can like, oh wait, wrong layer. Oops. Wrong frame.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
I don't know, now his hand's going too low. It's like, oh no. Wait, what happened? What did I do? Something. I don't know what I did. I'll just have that go up. This is why I can't use onion skins for stuff like this.
No big deal. Yeah, 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 no big deal.
Yeah, I think that'll
no big
work.
deal. Yeah, no big 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 deal. No big deal.
I mean, we'll have him like transition. Like, I'll probably have him like cock the gun or something. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Let's add that in. See how that looks like. I go for that. Hmm. Oh. There we go. Should have some feedback in that arm. There we go.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal.
I feel like if
no
we
big
just
deal.
add some
Yeah,
more
no
like
big
in
deal.
betweens on
Yeah.
that, we'll be good. So I feel good about this. I think we're gonna call it here today and just like finish some of those details like next time. And then we're gonna be like ready to clean this up. This bad boy. We're gonna clean this bad boy up. He's so bad. So yeah, so next time the goals are okay, we'll have to. Let's throw this here. There we go. The goals will be to just like get the rest of the body. He's like blocked in here. I'm like, I don't know, you know. I don't know how much detail I'm really gonna give him. I mean, we're gonna have to focus on, we're gonna have areas to focus on. We're gonna focus on, oh gosh, oh goulash. Okay, close. We're gonna focus on here, 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 here. Whatever's supposed to go over here. Get that strap in. So we've got a lot of details to like to get in there, but they're gonna be more like they're not gonna be like as integral to like the feeling. I feel like we focused on feeling today to Dizzle and lip sync.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Oh.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No big deal, Leon. Let me. Okay. We don't need that. Wait, what's on that frame? Oh, I see what happened. I see. Okay.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
So
Yeah, no.
we did a lot of good stuff. I'm so happy. I'm very happy with what we did today. So we did all of. No, turn that off. No, no, no. Okay. There's my boy.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
There's my man.
No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah.
All
no
right,
big
so we
deal.
did a lot of
Yeah,
good
no
stuff.
big
We
deal.
got his
Yeah,
hair,
no
we
big
got his
deal.
lip
Yeah,
sync.
no
I'm
big
happy
deal.
with that.
Yeah, no big deal.
Now it's
Yeah,
just
no
all
big
of those
deal.
other like
Yeah,
little
no big deal.
details.
Yeah,
And
no
since
big deal.
we're
Yeah,
gonna do
no
more
big
of
deal.
like a
Yeah, no big deal.
kind of
Yeah,
waist
no big
up,
deal. Yeah, no big
since I
deal.
added some
Yeah, no
acting
big
in the
deal.
hands.
Yeah, no big deal.
Which I
Yeah,
didn't have
no
to
big
add
deal.
acting in the
Yeah,
hands, but
no
when I
big deal.
animated
Yeah,
him, it just
no
made
big deal.
sense for him to
Yeah,
be
no big deal.
doing
Yeah,
that,
no
and
big
then
deal.
so
Yeah,
now he's
no big
doing that.
deal. Yeah,
So
no
we're
big
going
deal.
to add
Yeah,
all
no
of
big
that
deal.
detail.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big
And
deal.
so this
Yeah,
is what we
no
did
big
this
deal.
time. Hair
Yeah, no
swish,
big deal.
lip sync,
Yeah, no big deal.
extra in
Yeah,
between,
no big
so he's
deal.
nice
Yeah,
and
no big deal. Yeah,
nice
no
and
big deal. Yeah, no big
I
deal.
don't know,
Yeah,
nice
no
and
big deal.
flowy,
Yeah, no
just
big
nice
deal.
and gentle.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big
Feel
deal.
comforted.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
And then
Yeah,
next
no
time
big
we're gonna
deal.
take care of all
Yeah,
this
no
shit.
big deal. Yeah, no big
All
deal.
of
Yeah,
all
no
of
big
this
deal.
stuff.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Whatever.
Yeah,
The
no
gun
big
is
deal.
supposed to be
Yeah, no
here,
big
his
deal.
little
Yeah,
knife,
no big deal.
his
Yeah, no
other
big deal.
strap,
Yeah, no big deal.
his
Yeah, no big
full
deal.
arm,
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah,
his
no
whole
big deal.
body,
Yeah, no big deal.
this
Yeah, no
arm.
big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
Leon says
Yeah,
it's no big deal, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
trust
no
him.
big deal. Yeah, no big deal.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all.
no
You
big
have a
deal.
great
Yeah,
day.
no big
I
deal.
will see you guys
Yeah,
next
no big
time. I'll
deal.
see you guys Friday.
Yeah,
We'll
no big
continue
deal.
with this.
Yeah, no big
I'm
deal.
very
Yeah,
excited.
no big deal.
I'm so excited
Yeah,
to do
no
this
big
today,
deal.
so I'm really glad
Yeah,
we can
no big deal.
continue.
Yeah, no big deal.
All right.
Yeah,
It
no
was
big
fun
deal.
hanging
Yeah,
out. You
no big
guys
deal.
take care.
Yeah,
You
no
have a
big deal.
great rest of
Yeah,
your
no
day.
big
Let me
deal.
turn
Yeah,
this
no
off so
big
we can
deal.
just enjoy
Yeah, no
Leon.
big deal. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah,
All right,
no
y'all.
big deal.
Take care.
Yeah,
I will
no
see you
big
guys
deal.
Friday.
Yeah,
You
no
have
big
a
deal.
nice
Yeah, no
rest
big
of your
deal.
dizzle.
Yeah, no big deal.
Bye.
Yeah, no big